Newsflash, you work for your employees. I mean, they also work for you, but you work for your employees. What does that mean? That means it's your job to figure out what motivates them. And if you're struggling with this video is for you. I'm going to give you 2 things that you can do to improve the way you figure out how you can motivate your employees. The first one is going to be about reflection. Now, why is reflection important? Because it connects to the second one. And the second one is listening to understand, which is the key here, but you will not be able to listen and understand, or you will do it very poorly if you don't first reflect and listen to yourself. That means that you sit with a pen and paper, you set aside time where you can process things and let them go, so that when you go have the conversation, you can actually be present and only listening to understand them. What does that look like? That means, again, if you have a big meeting, you plan for that meeting, you do the thing you need to do, so you're not thinking about that meeting when you're talking to the employee. That means that you deal with the emotion, that you figure out whatever you're feeling towards that employee. You put it down on a piece of paper, and then you let it go. It's going to be different for everybody. The best thing for you is to practice, so you can figure out how to let stuff go, and you're not holding it in here, because the more you hold in here, the harder it's going to be able to let something in, which means it's going to be really hard to listen to understand someone. Now, the main one here is listening to understand. Listening to understand is extremely important and extremely difficult, but very, very simple. All you have to do is sit there and just listen to understand. It's that simple. It's extremely hard because you're going to want to think about other things. That's where reflection is key. What I like to think about it is like having a toddler in your head who's screaming at the top of their lungs, because toddlers, if you have one, you'll know, only want attention. And if you're doing that, you're not going to be able to listen to somebody else. So if you listen to yourself, that silence a toddler, and then you can just sit there and listen to understand, which is the point, right? How do we listen to understand better? The main one is going to be practice. Practice with your family, practice with your friends, practice consistently every day, and you will get better. Everybody's different, and you will start to figure out different things and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. My suggestion to start is to ask how questions. How questions are very good at keeping the conversation going. It's good at asking open-ended questions and continuing the conversation and being more collaborative. How do you do that? How does that look? How can I help you? How? Now, you can do a lot with tone, but how is going to be a nice way to get started and giving you a guide to get you going in listening to understand. The second part is curiosity. Look at it like a puzzle. You're trying to figure out what motivates the individual. Everybody's different. You're going to have to figure it out. But again, you're not there to try to figure out what motivates you. You're not there to try to wait till you can talk. You're not there to counterpoint. You're only there to listen to understand. That's it. So, sounds super simple, but I mean it is, but it's extremely difficult. And the best recipe for that is practice. If you do this, if you're reflecting and you're able to silence yourself and be able to let go of those things and then listen to understand someone, they will sense it and they will actually feel better because you listen to them. And the way you can prove it for extra credit, for bonus, is at the end of the conversation or throughout the conversation is recapping your own words and say, so what I'm getting is you really love to do fishing, or so it sounds like you're really, really passionate about painting. Whatever it is, open-ended questions give you validation throughout the conversation, and they say yes. The more you can get the yes, the better they're going to be at opening up and having a conversation with you, and the easier it's going to be for you to figure out what motivates them. And that's it. Super simple, but super hard. And the best recipe for that is practice. If you like this video, please like and follow for more. And if you have a comment, please comment below. I'm always interested in hearing what people have to say or helping. And if you think this is going to help someone, please forward it along. It's why I do it. I'm here to help people. And if you want more information, please check out the book, The Selfish Guide, or cultumvita.com, our website, as well as other social media. We have varying different content across social media, so check them all out. And until next time, stay curious, stay open, and stay true to you. Thanks for listening.